Beaches provide a natural habitat for many sea creatures, but our coastlines can also hold an artist's next masterpiece. When he needs materials for an art project, metal sculptor James Ferrari scours Southwest Florida's barrier islands in search of driftwood. Tree and plant limbs that wash up on beaches provide inspiration for Ferrari's work. The wood's natural shape melds with his imagination. Add a little metal, and the wood is transformed into a work of art. Imagine what this piece could be.
Today we are here in the iconic setting you can see behind me, Sanibel Lighthouse Point, or Lighthouse Beach. Walking the beaches, something might catch your eye, some type of wood. Mainly these are going to be dead pieces, Australian pine, which is not indigenous. Then there's sometimes sea grape roots that have been exposed and that are dead. And if they have great characteristics, then I try and use in the art.
The best beach finds are filled with so-called imperfections. Knots on wood or a twisted root gives a piece charm and personality.
And you're on the shoreline, or whether you're inland next to the sea oats part of the beaches, it is exciting. You don't know what you're going to come across. You know, some days are better than other days. You might be looking for something in your head, but then you might find something that takes you in a whole different direction. The piece of wood dictates what I might do with the piece once I get it back into the studio. Once I get back into the studio, sometimes I'll take the piece and make detailed drawings or kind of plan out what I'm going to do, and other times where it just screams of let's get going on it. I have a piece in progress right now, which is really cool candelabra, but finding that piece in nature wouldn't scream candelabra, so I have to actually prop it up into the position I want, and hopefully the end result will be something beautiful that someone might want to display in their home.
But don't try this at home. Ferrari is a skilled welder, and years of practice enable him to use a blowtorch to mold metal. He suggests the beginner should find another way, wire, string, or glue, to marry the elements of wood and metal.
There'll be some metal sparks flying in the studio. You can manipulate the metal pretty much any way you want, which is what attracted me to working with metal in the first place. It's a very intriguing and intimidating medium. How do you bend it, shape it, and cut it? But with the right tools, you can get it to do pretty much what you want. The process could take a long time. Am I going to mount it on the wall? Is it going to be a freestanding pedestal piece? So all that takes a little bit of engineering. First, how am I going to place the wood to make it look like what I want, whether it be more of an abstract kind of piece and kind of really organic, or if I find something that has great characteristics to it, I might make it into a realistic piece. Basically, I'm being led by the wood. The wood is sort of telling me where I should be putting the metal. So I go from there. I might use a little hammer, a little heat, a little torch, but basically I get it to where I need it.
Looking for inspiration? Step outside the door. The outdoors can provide a treasure trove for creating art from nature with no blowtorch needed.
We're lucky enough to live in a tropical paradise with a lot of things that are just native to the area that inspire people. There's several different ways people can experience the nature, the art combination. Everyone's going to see things a little bit differently. Working with metal, and that's something I really enjoy, but not everyone has access to a blowtorch or a plasma cutter. The bottom line is basically getting out there, experiencing what the area has to offer, making the connection. It doesn't have to be a sculptural pursuit. You can grab your camera, start shooting what the area has to offer, capture the egret or the ibis in flight.
Or look no further than the backyard to find unique art materials in nature. Just ask Cape Coral artist Jack Law, who finds inspiration to create his fantasy fish sculptures just outside his lanai.
For over 30 years, I was a graphic designer up in Chicago, and we moved down here approximately 4 years ago. I got a little antsy, and I wanted to get back into the art field in some way. So consequently, I started looking in our yard at the various types of trees. I looked at these trees and saw different shapes occurring in them, and it really brought to mind that possibly I could do some sculpture work utilizing the trees and the various shapes that they have. I started experimenting with the seed pods from the queen palm and using various parts from other trees. And it turned out that by assembling them in a certain type of way, it became very interesting and created the shape of a fish. Yes, it is. Everything actually is found in our backyard.
Art night events have become a showcase for the designer's fish sculptures.
Now, what I'm doing now is I'm adding my final detail to the fish.
On the second Friday of each month, from November through June, artists demonstrate their work at Julia's Art Gallery in Matlacha. Here, art enthusiasts meander through the outdoor galleries, meet local artists, and listen to regional music.
Matlacha is a very artistic community, and we have some excellent artists down here. Many artists come up to me and say that they really enjoy the work. They enjoy the color schemes, the natural look about the fish, and it's wonderful to interact with other artists in the area.
Oh, okay.
This one will stay the way it is.
The outdoor venue attracts other nature artists who enjoy explaining their work to inquisitive minds.
This is one of the gourds we grew. When they grow, they develop a very interesting pattern because when they dry, they form a mold on the outside. And it's the mold on the outside that gives you this design. Some of them are very elaborate, like you can see that beautiful design there, in which case I don't want to paint over them. What I want to do is enhance the natural beauty. So I'm bringing out the actual design.
It's like hand painted?
Yes. Working with a natural plant, you never know what shape it's going to be in, what size it's going to be in, or what you're going to be able to do with it. But I think the fun part about it is, you plucked it off of the vine, and you're taking something that nature gave you just as it is, and says, okay, do something with me. And that's what we do, is we do something with it.
Common items found in nature want to be something more. The driftwood washed up on a favorite beach, or trimmings from a backyard plant, are all waiting to inspire creativity.